Good evening. When I first started gigging, I used Ernie Ball and Fender Bullets strings, I believe they were called. Not because they were my favorite string, but because they were cheap. Back then, you could get a set of those sometimes for under $3. And if you're someone like me and you go through a set of strings every gig, that money adds up. I have the kind of hands, or had the kind of hands back in my early days of gigging, where in one performance I would rust a set of strings off the guitar. My friends called me acid hands. In fact, none of my musical friends were asking me up to join the band for a song because they knew what would happen to their guitar strings. Not only that, but the finish on the guitar, I would wear the finish right off the guitars. The metal, I would take the pretty shiny finish right off of the metal of guitars. Very acidy hands. So for years, as I'm gigging, I'm going through guitar strings at least every weekend. And then one day it was either the late 80s or the early 90s, in the mail out of nowhere comes a set of these things. Elixir. I don't know what they were called back then, but they were coated strings. Coated. I had never heard of such a thing. But I put them on the guitar. They were free. Saved me $3. I got through the whole gig that Friday night. I got through the gig Saturday night. The strings were still good. I got through the gigs the next weekend. The strings were still good. In fact, I got months out of these things. And I had tried cleaning the strings. I tried fast fret. I tried some kind of little clamp thing that went around the strings. I would just rust the strings to nothing in a gig. These I would get months from. So I've been using coated strings ever since. So, if you're one of those guys like me that has acid hands, you might consider trying coated strings. They do seem to work. They work for me. Don't judge me on that, please. As you get older, or at least as I got older, my hands became less acidic, whatever it is. And I probably could use regular guitar strings that aren't coated, but I've come to like these things. I like the way they feel. I like the way they sound. So there it is. There's my thoughts. See you later.